So, let's check out this chromatic observatory.
Gabriel has finally defeated Frankenstein's abomination. This hellish place is enough to thwart any man's resolve.
Rest in peace, Porky.
Gabriel seems completely willing to continue to the bitter end. I hardly recognize my old friend now. A steely resolve has taken hold, and compassion is now gone from his heart.
You'll just have to take my word for it.
He just rages at the world and those creatures.
He spends a lot of time on 9gag.
I caught him listening to Nine Inch Nails and playing Doom.
And I fear it may break it forever.
You know, it would probably be better if we saw this or showed it to the audience instead of telling them, but what do I know? I'm just an actor! Anyway, let's pull this lever. See what happens.
Yoink.
So, we're going to take that red lens that we took off of Porky. What happens if we put it into that beam of light over there? Got some other lenses, but first, we're going to take the red lens. Put it in here. That's going to open a door. It's our only option, so might as well go inside. Okay, well, we got to do some prep first, and then go inside.
Smash everything. What?
This is a really cool puzzle. So you'll remember that one of the speed shoes moves is that you can sort of dash with it when you have shadow magic activated.
Yep.
Well, this level really likes that gimmick.
Oh, I see where we're going with this.
First, we got to get rid of some vampires, though. Nice and juicy.
Bursting with fruit flavor.
All right, here we go. And he's headed for third. And it's an inside the park home run. Good job, Gabriel.
Woo!
That was a very elaborate victory dance, but honestly, I think it was worth it. You don't get to hit it inside the park home run every day.
All right, I will give them credit because that is a clever puzzle that doesn't overstay its welcome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I really like this level. It is one of my favorite in the game because it's small segments of really cool puzzles like that in a very interesting way. And it's not the only time we will see that particular puzzle, but they elaborate and expand on it in really interesting ways. And we also get to fight a lot of sword masters.
Aha!
So I've mentioned before, I forget whether I show it off here, but of course I've established before that if you try to grab sword masters while on the ground, you get shocked, but you can still grab them in the air. I forget whether I show it off here or later though.
So mid juggle yoink 'em.
Yeah, you can still use the air grab with the hook tip, but it doesn't really use. It's not that useful though, unless you're trying to get a combo for more elemental orbs. Anyway, how good is your knowledge of primary colors? So we're gonna combine red and green and make the yellow door.
No, that doesn't seem right.
Well, this runs entirely on an RGB system.
Oh.
Now this really is a baseball diamond.
So there's no wall to guide you this time.
No, like I said, that first puzzle was the introduction. This is the expansion, and then in the later rooms we'll get the experimentation. You know, following the Valve puzzle design principle.
Which really isn't a bad principle to follow.
Yeah, good job, Mercury Steam. Yeah, this game did get a lot of flack for bad puzzle design, which is mostly deserved, but this level actually does it really well. And he smacks it deep into left field, and it is gone! Round the bases, Gabriel. You deserve it.
But the home run was not rewarded because he ran the bases backwards.
It's an automatic out.
Run to the right, stupid!
And that's what he gets for signing with the Mets. I'm sorry, Mets fans. At least you're not the Mariners.
Fair!
At least you have 2 World Series to your name that you can reflect on. Anyway, let's see Gabriel get his ass kicked by some sword masters. Also, that's the flame claws. I haven't really showed that off. That's the sort of sprinting attack. It's not with the shadow magic. It's not really that useful, but it's cool to use. I don't think I really use it that often in these recordings. Also, I nearly forgot about this one.
He is really tucked off to the side, isn't he?
Yep. And it's kind of story important. They're really hammering home shadow magic bad. It's almost as if they're foreshadowing something about the corruption of shadow magic and the things that it can do to otherwise good intentioned minds. Watch out, Gabriel.
No. This is just like the commercial breaks on network television. Ask your doctor if shadow magic is right for you.
It's not right for you. Ask your doctor if you can actually handle it. Anyway, we're gonna remove that. We're gonna put the blue one in. Random blue makes purple under RGB, and that actually, as long as if you grab the blue one, you can go immediately to the end of the level if you wanted, or at least to the next area. But we're not gonna do that because otherwise you'll be missing out on some more collectibles. But if you wanted to, as soon as you grab the blue gem, you could just combine red and blue, make purple, and get the hell out of there. But if you combine all of them, you make white. And it opens up that door.
Aha! Ooh.
Now this is an interesting little level. Now I'm going in a deliberately unintuitive route just to show you what the game is kind of trying to get you to do.
Haunted long before vampires came to dwell on them.
Yep. There's the Bernards again.
Yeah, the Bernards, yeah. They're not smart people.
No. No, Bernard is another Lament of Innocence reference. And it really starts to pour on the Lament of Innocence references once we get to the DLC. Oh boy. That's basically just one long bit of Lament of Innocence fan service.
I have to ask, have you, in practicing these levels, ever fallen off of those?
Yes. Mainly when I wasn't only half paying attention, because it gives you about a second and a half to hit the QTE before it falls off, because it's a balancing mini game, and then it lets you it gives you about Also, I, I like that animation. It gives you about a second and a half to press RT. Also, oops, we need the key. So yeah, I'm showing you the route the average player would take, because the obvious intention is that they'll put all of the lenses together and then discover that they need a key. So now we need to go find out where that key is. Let's make cyan first, though. That activates one of these animated armors. It's a cyanimated armor, eh? I should just cancel the LP. We're done.
No, yep, it's over. Sorry, guys. Go home.
All right.
It's been fun.
Well, yeah, the animated armors, they don't do anything new. They're the same animated armors we fought. They're annoying in exactly the same way. But this one is hiding another gem. Also, don't be afraid to use a Dark Crystal against him because he drops 4 Dark Crystal pieces.
So close to more light magic.
Yep, and if you wanted to, I will fight that other animated armor over there, which is just the blue lens. So in order to get that key, we need to just use a green. You just use the green lens to open the green door. Yeah, I really like... There's one level in Devil May Cry 3 that this reminds me of in particular, where you have the multiple doors you have to go through.
It's been so long, but yes, I remember that.
Yeah, it's relatively early in the game. I cannot remember the mission number. But yeah, it's... I'm sure that someone will point it out. Anyway, it's... yeah, more Sword Masters. So already more points in this level's favor for me. Yeah, as I mentioned in the previous video, I really enjoy fighting Sword Masters even when they're kicking my ass, just because the combat rhythm with them is so fun.
It really is kind of a dance, isn't it?
Yeah. And they're also one of the only enemies that have an AoE attack that can be parried. There's a downward sword attack they have that if it connects with the ground, it does an AoE attack, but it can be parried if you manage to either block it or parry it before it hits the ground. So basically, they cheat against you, and you can also cheat against them. Really cool. Yeah, that's the attack there. Like that was one of the first attacks I showed off against them back when they were first introduced in Chapter 4, and I parried that. And it's an AoE attack if it lands. Also, if I'm remembering correctly, I end up having a little trouble with the platforming in this area. Yep, there it is. All right, so here's the other experimentation. You have to actually aim, and also realized I didn't have the magic necessary for this. All right, here we go. And now we have the white key. And I almost forgot about the collectible on the left there. Before doubling back.
So you had to zigzag through that, and now we can trade him to the Mariners.
He just didn't hear the banging of the trash cans. Oh wait, no, sorry, that was the Astros. My bad.
Too many teams. We got too many teams now.
Yeah, Gabriel was a journeyman player in his day. He has played for so many teams he can't remember. Anyway, we got the key and we got the collectible. Now we can, before we go into the white room, we're gonna, just for fun, we're gonna go and beat up that other animated armor, the blue one. This one, it's pretty similar to the other one, though it is a little bit notable in that for some reason the music kind of glitched out when I fought him. It was really quiet, and it took a while to kick in.
Yeah, that is strange.
I don't know what was up with that. Other than that, it's pretty standard animated armor stuff.
It's really eerie to fight that thing without music.
Well, it does eventually kick in. It just took a really long time.
Yeah, there it is.
Also, don't be afraid to use magic against these guys, because remember, there is that refill at the start of the level. Anyway, now we can finally go over to the white room. See what's behind that mysterious door. Boink.
The least graceful descent we've done so far.
He's done a lot this level. He's a little clumsy.
Oh, more shadow magic.
Yep, another shadow magic gem. It's a decent reward. He's deserved it. Anyway, let's go see what's behind the purple door. I'm sure it's not anything important like a boss fight. You know, probably just the exit.
At this point, I'm expecting you to walk through that door and it's Bob Ross mixing colors.
It's Bob Ross's seventh great grandfather.
Never lose.
Oh, it's Laura.
Oh, good, her.
You're a cheat. And you're going to pay.
And the Oogie Boogie Man. And his brother, the Boogie Woogie Man.
Now, play with
And the
my
Bugle Boy from
toy.
Company B. So, say hello to the deadly toys. The only good thing I could say about these enemies is that they are unique to this level and you never see them again. So, anyway, these guys are annoying, so let's use a Dark Crystal. Works on every other enemy, so why not?
Not bad. But that isn't going to help you now.
Nope, Dark Crystal doesn't work.
That's not going to change anything.
Oh, she forces you to fight him legit.
So you have to fight them. Well, not only do you have to fight them legitimately, but you also have to finish them off with a specific QTE move. Although the trial for this area is to fight 10 of these.
Oh,
Without using a QTE on any of them. And it is one of the worst trials in the game.
oh my god.
That was the trial. The trial for this area was the one that convinced me to save the trials for later, and to wait until I had beaten the game regularly. As of this recording, which is April 26th, I've already beaten the game, and I'm in the process of recording the rest of the trials. I've already completed this trial, thankfully. It was not fun. I'm glad it's over.
That sounds like an understatement.
So they can use their rope, their sort of tentacle strings to attack you. They have that sort of bum rush attack that they can use. That's an unblockable AoE. And they just have a couple of they're slow and lumbering, but they hit hard, and they have a real knack for cornering you. Although thankfully there's only 3 of them if you do it normally. So that's the sort of stopping attack that that deadly toy on the left was doing there. And is it probably that I'd say the most annoying attack they have in their arsenal is that unblockable swipe they have. Oh, and also they can spawn that goo that the black golem used.
Gotcha.
If you remember that back in chapter 2.
Yes.
That is actually probably the goo, and that is probably worse. It's a lot harder to get out of, and the deadly toys attack much quicker than the golem did. So it's probably worth getting in there. Although the goo is still weak to all of the same attacks that it was when you fought the golem. So a guillotine will work, stuff like that, and also most of the heavy gauntlet attacks will work. Yeah, fighting 10 deadly toys is not fun.
They strike me as a little bit spongy.
Yes. Yeah, they're like the action equivalent of a bullet sponge enemy. That's actually a very good analogy.
No!
Yes. Face it, Laura, we won.
I told you I was going to win!
And you're late for your electrotherapy.
Nobody beats me! Do you hear? Nobody!
Good. Good.
Give in to your hate, Gabriel. A sister. I see you have a sister. Oh shit, that's your wife.
Gabriel.
Never mind, my plan is ruined.
Not now. Too much relies on you.
There are too many women left for you to kill.
Nothing left. I have done questionable things.
Understatement of the fucking century, Gabriel.
Oh my god.
At least he's becoming self-aware about it. You know, can we call that character development?
Yeah. Can you imagine the letter home? My love, it turns out I'm kind of a shithead.
I envy you. I envy you both.
I envy the fact that you're actually a decently written character who can realize what a piece of shit he is. It's not fair. I want character depth.
And just like that, the vampire brat is never seen again.
It's that's not a joke. She's never seen again.
Really?
Well, sort of. I don't want to spoil anything, but we're not going to see her again for a long time. Let's just say that.
Okay, I want to make clear I did not look ahead in this game.
Well, that's the Chromatic Observatory. It's a very good level. I like it a lot.
Really well done.
And I also like that Gabriel is at long last acknowledging what a horrible person he is, which it's nice that the game is acknowledging what we've been saying pretty much this entire LP.
You're a bad person, Gabriel.
But I don't know. Some of Zobek's narration has been kind of ominous recently. I'm worried about him. I'm sure it's nothing though.
No, nothing at all.
And it is kind of interesting though that Laura had force lightning. It looked like that's something that's never really explained or elaborated on as a motif or anything.
Yeah, I don't get that. That came out of nowhere. Pulling the Palpatine came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's like I think they were trying to go for something like lightning and electricity as some sort of symbol or metaphor for the vampire's status or power over humans, because it's clearly like Frankenstein's electric experiments are a recurring thing. Like Frankenstein is a minor character who we never see, but his experiments loom large over the plot, especially once we learn who this mysterious Dark Lord is and the experiments that she's been using and how she's been using them. Like, Frankenstein is important, even though we never see him. So, I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah.
So next video is going to be fun. I like that. It'll be a while before we get to some of the truly terrible levels again.